Last we left off, you guys been given a task from the proprietor of the tavern slash inn that you're staying at called the Devil's Taste. And the task was to find the gang that cut off his hands. And if you did so, he would allow you to stay at the Devil's Taste indefinitely for free.
Is it hands, plural or
Hand.
singular?
Just his right hand was
Okay.
missing. And you guys decided to make that a higher priority because gold is running low, as you guys have been big spenders since you've been in LaBelle, the city of parties. You guys found out from Woe, the proprietor, that this gang is found in Strada Lusuria in a certain brothel. So you guys followed that lead and wound up there. And going inside, you guys had a plan that all of you were going to enter except for Tink. He would enter after you, disguised as Woe, and try to lure out, who are the bad guys versus all the other citizens, basically. Which seemed to have worked. Other notable things that happened during that time was there was some workers that tried to lure you into different chambers and get gold from you, and all were unsuccessful except for on our fake bachelor Enzo, who got a dance from a friend. And then once Woe entered, there was a drow guy who was sitting on a couch who got up, and another person who approached him, a tiefling, and asked who he was, if he knew who he was, and then it seemed like aggression was going to occur, and that's when the battle ensued. It looks like the people who were at the brothel kind of fled to the sides, not like entering any other rooms, but just like getting out of the way during this short little battle that's kind of escalated into having more power than what they thought. You guys ended up killing the tiefling, the bugbear that came out, who was magically held in place by Wink's well-placed hold person spell, and then Olvax got knocked down at the very, very end. Theron entered, and after the battle was done, and people were fleeing, there was one guy in the back that was like a big half orc who was like telling the people who were running away to come out and face you guys because they were cowards. And then you guys were going to cut off the hands of them. So Theron cut off the hand of the bugbear, and as he was cutting it off, the bugbear said, like, it was just a job, seemingly like directed at Woe. And that was where we ended, was with the hand getting chopped off, and you guys are still in the brothel. So
Didn't the Don kill him in response?
I
yeah,
did say,
he was basically
so is this, and then I stabbed him in the heart, and then I kept chopping off his hand.
And the other guy is still alive, right? Whatever he was.
There's a half orc alive, and pretty much everyone else is in a corner hiding.
The spellcaster.
Spellcaster is dead.
Oh, he's dead? Who killed him?
It was there was a bunch of you that held like arrows and spells for if he came out of wherever door he entered to shoot him, and he died.
Right. Well, I am quote unquote unconscious in Wink's arms. And
So the goal between Wink and Tink, to my understanding, is like he's trying to act like you're passed out and he's like dragging you out to safety.
I think he was trying to
Initially, I was just trying to reprimand him for being crazy and murdering people
Okay.
because that wasn't part of the job. And so I was like, "You idiot!" and clubbed him over the head, started dragging him away. So more of like, yeah, reprimanding a wayward soldier kind of a thing, where he's like screwed up the job.
Okay. I mean,
We'll
it seems
keep
to have worked thus far, you dragging him away. The bards and stuff that were in the corner seem to have been very distracted by Waldo as a bear, and they didn't really pay minds or like say stop that man or anything like that. So
I thought we were friends by the end.
yeah, I think you told him to play you a song. He's like, okay, I'll play a song. This is like playing you a song. So yeah, that's kind of like the state of affairs. There's a dead person like 10 feet in front of Wink and Tink. Waldo's kind of in between, kind of in the middle. The half orc will ask, like, who are you? What did these guys do to like warrant this type of like attack, basically? He'll ask that to Olivax and
Is
Waldo.
Olvex down?
I believe Waldo healed him.
Okay. Sorry, I just pulled up the map and he had an X.
Yeah,
on
he
it.
was X, but I'm pretty sure he dropped for him to heal him.
Yeah.
This is the big orc guy that's asking.
Yeah, yep. And he's coming down from like behind the bar area, walking towards you guys.
Are you in roll 20? Are we supposed to be on roll 20?
You can be if you want. That's just what I'm using as reference to like where people are.
Good idea. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, so the orc is talking to you two because you guys are like in the middle of the room.
I'm gonna try to signal to the other people, the other members of our group to just like start like chopping off hands. Let's get out of here as quickly as we can.
We're here to collect a debt. And I'll chop off whoever's hand is, if there's any dead bandits' hands that are close to me.
There is one guy, the drow's right next to you.
Hold his hand, Lucious. Make it taut.
He seems upset, the orc, and like saddened, but he doesn't. He just saw what you guys did to the security, quote unquote, of this place. So he is not making any other like aggression towards you guys. He just seems very upset.
Was he the guy helping everybody escape?
He technically no, but he was over where everyone was fleeing to, and then he came out of the door everyone was going into.
What's his reaction to the two people at the bar, the innocents that were killed?
He seems very upset towards you guys, but again, he's not making any sort of aggression. It's like hate's coming from him, but not enough to where he's actually doing anything about it.
And who here remaining works at the bar? I want to like make some recompense, or at least,
As
yeah.
far as like who you know works here, I mean, the bard maybe works here. It's kind of hard to tell who works here and who doesn't work here because everyone is like looks similar, like half dressed types of people.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Pearl's is gonna walk out of the second chamber and she's going to yell that to the orc that they killed Patricia. And then he'll like look over to you guys like, why'd you kill Patricia?
Good
This
question.
chick right here.
This chick right here. Yeah. Yep. It sounds like she's referencing this girl right here.
Well,
was
this
the one
isn't how we
which-
typically operate. The bloody blackouts usually move in, move quick, and take care of only what is necessary. But I apologize for making a mess. It seems as though that spellcaster twisted the minds of my companions and caused additional harm to your Patreons. So to help, I will pull out a purse of 100 silver and set it on the table and say, please accept our apologies.
Here's $10.
You'll take it and say, apology not accepted. If you have quarrel with someone here in the future or anywhere, please remove them from the space of the innocents.
I agree.
As
That's,
Patricia just was a low-level security person we had as backup, and she meant no harm to anyone, only trying to protect those who she loves. And now she is
That's
dead.
unfortunate. Most unfortunate. As I said, this is not how we typically operate. LeBron, have you finished your work?
I mean, if it's just me doing it, maybe. Maybe I've got another hand or two if no one's been helping me.
Blasius and I have one.
How many people are there total that we
We
have
need
to
to
get?
get the spellcasters. I think there's 4.
Is
Woe
one
gave you 3
bar?
names.
Okay, well then just take the 3.
Well, I don't know.
Drow, Bugbear, and Tiefling.
Are you looting the bodies?
I am not looting the bodies.
I just shook the hand.
Considering the conversation they just had, I don't think looting the bodies in front of everyone would be welcomed.
Well, they did mention that it was just business, so they were there for a reason. Doesn't sound like it was random.
You're saying this to who?
Oh, sorry. I'm not saying anything to anybody right now.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still old man. I just mentioning it.
Well, if there isn't anyone else for you to kill in here, I would appreciate if you would leave now and never return.
Right.
Very well.
You hear that, Blackhearts? Let's go.
Are you still dragging me?
Yep.
Okay,
Dragging you
good.
right out the door.
I just don't know what to do. I just have my eyes closed.
All right.
Come, Blasius.
Enzo, are you staying behind? Or are you going with them?
If they're not welcome, I guess I better get out of here too, and I'll limp out.
Awesome.
Go to
So you
bachelor
guys leave back out of the entrance. And again, the streets are packed. It's pretty much dark now. Like no sun. Or sorry, what time is it? It's about took the tours, went back to Woe. Sorry, it's about like 1 in
In the
the
morning?
afternoon.
The
So
afternoon.
just past midday.
There's like a walkway, right? Like you go through a door and there's a hallway.
Yeah, you go through this door, and then there's like where the front desk is. And as you guys are coming out, the red tiefling comes back in and asks if it's safe to come back in.
Yep.
And she'll go back in and huddle around her big orc guy. So you guys leave, and it's still really packed. Again, you have to leave through like an L-shaped alley, where this is like a cul-de-sac where you guys kind of are. And same thing as you leave, there's like people trying to get your attention and beckon you to come in to their brothels, and they make offers. They try to hand out like cards for you. Things like that. Yeah, you
In the
guys
hallway
are-
on the way outside, I would change my appearance again, maybe to like a black lady, black elf,
Sounds good.
limp
You
around.
mean a drow?
Sure. There's black people too,
There are
right?
black humans as well. Yep. Cool. So you guys just going back to Woe? Straight back?
I think we should do a little walking around and make sure that no one's following us. Maybe we could do a quick split up and end up there. What do you guys think?
I choose just to go directly there. I'm pretty bloodied, and I could use some rest.
All right. I'll stay behind and I'll walk slowly behind you and I'll look around and make sure no one's following us.
Okay, make a perception check.
I'll help him out doing it. You can roll with advantage.
Right. $13, 2 times.
13. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone's following you. It is really packed, so but like you stop at corners and see if like anyone turns the corner with you guys, and it doesn't appear that anyone is following you.
Yeah, I'll just be like, 30, 40, 50 yards behind, just making sure no one else is following us.
Cool. So you guys get back to Woe.
I'll have just dropped my my spell at one of those corners, basically, once I felt comfortable.
What spell?
My disguise self.
You cannot drop disguise self.
Oh, well, really?
It has to run out of time. We found that out last time.
All right, well, I'm not going back until my disguise self drops.
That means
So-
mine can't drop either.
What's that?
So if you have disguise self on, you can't drop it or bring it back up as you feel. It's not like a
No.
regular spell.
That's not how the spell works. The spell casts an illusion over you,
Uh-huh.
and then if something passes through your illusion, it's no longer an illusion to those that did that, but to everyone else, it's an illusion. If you need to change your illusion, you can recast the spell to change your form, but you cannot drop it at will. It's not a concentration spell.
Okay, well, oh, crap.
I'm
I'll,
I'm disguised as Woe right now, so I don't know what to do.
Whoa.
right? We need to find a private area.
Yeah, we could just if some of them can go ahead if you guys want, but the guys whoever
Did you
wants to wait
guys
for
buy
the end,
masks at the store?
no.
Yeah, oh, that's true. I did buy a mask.
I'll just wait out my disguise and then walk in.
You could borrow
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, we'll go hang out in a dark corner.
Yeah, I mean, you'd only have to wait there for like 20 minutes or
Fine.
so. So you guys get back to Woe's around 2-ish, and you're all in your normal forms. The second you walk in, Woe goes, like, whoa, what happened to you guys? You guys are all bloody. Well, at least some of you.
We took care of business. That's what happened.
As he
Did
said
get
that,
messy.
I take out the hand. I drop it on the counter.
Oh, please, not on the fine counter.
You really did it, did you?
They
Oh,
won't
that we
be
did.
bothering you anymore.
I'll ask Thad to put the other hands or whisper to him if he wants to put the other hands on there.
What was that about the hand?
We're giving him to Woe if you want to give him to him.
Oh yeah. If we're talking to him, I'll give him a hand.
He'll take them and he'll throw them in his fire. And he seems
So no Chubbs like so nothing like Chubbs where he's gonna keep one of the hands.
nope, doesn't seem to keep any trophies. He just takes a deep breath and closes his eyes as he throws it in, and he just looks like a weight has been like lifted off his shoulders. You can like visually see him like just feel so much safer and calmer and like relieved. And then he comes back to you guys and he says, as promised, you guys are able to stay here. Do you guys have like a group name or anything that I can know you guys by?
We're known as the Keystone Collective.
Keystone Collective. Keystone Collective, you may stay here as long as you'd like, free of charge. If you need any other accommodations, just let me know.
Oh, I would just like to impress on your mind that these kind of jobs are delicate in nature. I'd rather you not spread that we caused this ruckus, because it did involve citizens watching us beat down and take care of those ruffians for you.
He nods.
Yes, we don't typically go out and have it be so
Public.
public. Thank you. We don't typically operate in such a public manner, but it was the situation, and we dealt with it.
Yes, we had a very short timeline you set for us, so
I said no such timeline whatsoever. The timeline was take your time, and once you did it, you'd have free lodging from me.
Plus, they attacked us immediately. They attacked me immediately. So I'm just glad we
Speaking
took
of
quickly.
speaking of him being attacked quickly, he went in disguised as you, and you seemed relieved after hearing the job was completed. I don't know if you knew this information, but as one of them was passing on his spirit to the next world, he mentioned that it was just a job. Whether or not you know who hired them, or if they just did it of their own will, I do not know. We do not know the history of why they attacked you, but I thought that information would be hopefully valuable to you.
Can you make a persuasion check for me, please?
Oh goodness, can someone roll persuasion for me? My boy is mid-bath.
yeah, I got you. What's your 11 plus whatever your modifier is?
I think it's 3 or 4 from my persuasion. So at worst 14, at
14
best.
or 15.
Yeah, 14 or 15.
Persuasion plus 4. So 15. He'll say, that does joggle some memories for me. Let me consult my journals and I will update you with any information that I learn. I think I may have been a message sent by someone else. Or they may have been a message sent by someone else.
Well, that seems to be right, because if someone hires someone to do something like that, it's to send a message. Anyway, I'm gonna look around and see how be kind of embarrassed I didn't do this earlier if I notice how much of a mess everybody is, and I'll do prestidigitation and clean them all up. So they're
How does that work? Does it just like get blown across the room? Everything where like the blood and stuff? Or does it just disappear?
It just says it cleans you, I think. I'll read it for you.
I just feel like
It's
we're
definitely
shagging all of our blood off.
I don't know how good it is at cleaning a person, but it says you instantly clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
Does that mean all the stuff you clean just falls to the floor like a disgusting rag that's like seeping stuff?
How I would assume it works is if like your sword was bloodied, you could cast prestidigitation and it would like instantly all like fall off and be
Yeah,
clean.
like push it all off like a squeegee.
Yeah. If you did it on your arm, it'd be something similar. But there is like certain things you can't get cleaned for, like, for example, like if you smelt bad, prestidigitation, you can make a smell, but it would just cover the smell that you're making. It wouldn't like clean you so you're like bathed type of thing. Anyways,
Just some light
So
spot.
so
correct.
Bo stays, but the dirt flees.
Spot cleaned. Yeah. So like Olavax, who's covered in blood. I mean, you can get the big stuff maybe. Anyway.
Just a clarification for disguise self. On D&D Beyond, it says you basically do it until the spell ends or until you use your action to dismiss it. So
Oh,
you can't.
really?
Yeah. Yep.
For disguise self?
Yeah, that is on D&D Beyond /spells/disguise self. It's right on the website. It's the first sentence.
God, that makes it easy.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That would be really annoying to cast a
good.
disguise and then have to just wait it out.
Yeah, I didn't know. I overlooked that. I even have it up. I read it like 4 times. I was reading the second paragraph though. That's usually where it talks about that.
Yeah, it's first.
Good to know. We've all
Anyway,
learned.
quality of life update.
Or else. Yep. So you guys have been thanks, and will be updated by Woe if you can learn anything new. But you guys have a new place to stay for your charge. So.
All right. What's everybody doing today? You guys gonna rest?
Oh, I need to rest.
What time of the day is it?
About 2 p.m.
And then when I wake up, maybe we can check out the casino.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, once everyone's rested, I really like that idea. But while people are resting, since it has been brought to my attention, doing things behind your back, even though many of you do not like them, is not good. My idea is, while you're all resting, is to hire some bards or city criers to start spreading rumors about the group we are competing against, whose name Falciere.
That's actually a really funny idea.
to start spreading horrible rumors about them, that they're bad, they're not trustworthy, that they're cheating scoundrels, stuff like that. So when they do get here, hopefully assistance will be hard to come by.
Is
That's
this
funny.
the non talking to the group, or is this just?
Nope, I'm bringing it to the group. Yeah, my character is bringing it to the group. This is something he wants to do.
I've been working on a song for this exact thing. Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Oh my gosh. The Falciere are coming
Falciere.
for your brides.
Yes, yeah.
For their prize.
Oh, I like that. For their prize. I like it.
Does seem a bit more honorable to have the bards sing our praises than
I mean, they could do both.
discourage.
We don't even know if the Falciere are going to come to the city.
I thought they were coming after this guy. Either way, just in case. It'll be my money spent.
What are the bots to say?
Well, I like my brother's idea of hide your kids, hide your wives. They're coming for their prize.
The Falcieri are come for their prize.
Yep. Other similar stuff about how maybe the dragon they slayed was actually just a baby, or they crushed an egg, so not very impressive. That
Could have been just a statue.
that they hired themselves for some of these jobs, just stuff to discredit them. Nothing like too slanderous. Don't want to make big enemies, but just enough for people to be like, hey, aren't you those douchebags?
Can you also have them
it's pretty
say
heavy-handed.
nice things about us?
Yeah, they will all, and I will pay for them to say nice things about us. That
Yes.
Ooh, what nice things do you want me to have them say?
We can have our own show tune that they play that the bards play.
I don't have a specific message, but basically that the Keystone Collective are doers of good. And
Collectors of rocks.
Collectors of rocks, okay. Doers of good.
Collectors of
sure,
rocks.
basically that if anyone needs help, that they should turn to the Keystone Collective. We want to be spreading good word
good word about the Keystone Collective. Okay, I will. Anyone else wanted to add anything to the song that I will hire someone
We
to
will
play?
find your kids and find your wives.
Oh, I don't know if we want it to be quite that combative.
I just would like to leave the children out of this.
Oh,
All right, well, I'm gonna go to bed. Good
and
luck with that then on.
Thad, if you're gonna go out into the city to do this real quick, maybe stop by the what's that bulletin board? Like the wanted bulletin board?
Uh-huh.
The bounties, and
Bounty board, yeah.
grab any promising ones.
Well, you could just come with me if you wanted. I could do it by myself.
I am like out of a lot of things. I need to rest.
I could join you, but I don't want to make it a big deal because take time for everybody else.
How about we all rest right now in 5 seconds and then go out tonight? How about that?
Again, I have no issues with us going out tonight. It would only take the hour or two to hopefully hire some good bards and just other like minded folks. And then I'll come back with everyone else. I have no other plans other than this one.
You guys.
I'd also like to send a message to Bo. I'd like to send a message to Luna through I don't know how the message situation works in the city. Let her know that we're going to be at the casino tonight.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
if
we'll
she
direct
can
you
meet
to a
somewhere.
place called Plains and Gains,
Cool.
and they have paper
Mhm.
birds that can carry messages for you, and they look like little paper airplanes.
Okay.
And it's
Right
a
They
gold
also
piece.
lift.
It's a gold piece to send a message. And you have 25 words that you can put on the piece of parchment, and they'll write it for you and send it.
This is not like a post office or something?
This is like a magical courier office type
Are
thing.
they all yoked? Is that why it's called Plains and Gains?
That was my thought too. Is this a gym / postal office?
These super buff dudes throwing paper airplanes.
Yeah, feed them.
I need a spot, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
Chad knows what we're
did you
talking
crawl a
about.
Carl, guys?
What are you talking about now?
Sounds good.
Plains and
Message
Games.
sense.
Not cool, bro.
And you said it's one gold?
Yeah, just one gold piece.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you the message?
It's just to meet you at
Yeah, she would like to meet me. We're gonna be at the casino tonight, or if you want to meet somewhere else more private, let me know.
Cobain's.
And I'd also like to talk to the group about just do that separately, and then we can talk to the group separately. So yeah, that's it. I'll talk to the group after that's sent.
Yep, it's sent.
Okay.
I'll tell you that
Oh,
sometimes if there's a response, it can take a while, but you'll receive the same piece of paper. Plain bird will come to you.
Okay. It's kind of like Harry Potter type style thing.
Yeah.
Cool. And when everybody's kind of relaxed and later on in the evening when everybody is rested and back to their regular selves, I would like to say, first off, just add a game. You guys didn't hear any of our conversation that was outside before, so this is just me talking to you about the person who I was talking to outside the door the other day, last night.
Yes.
Your
Oh my gosh.
girlfriend question?
possibly it's kind of complicated. We
Friends with benefits?
hung out for a while, and then when she was in town, and we had a really great time, and then she had to leave for work. She was only in town for a few days, and then we were writing each other back and forth a lot, and then when we got stuck in the phase, and we were gone for 3 months, she thought I died, and I wasn't able to reach out to her before, but I knew she was in this town, or in this city, so when we came here, I was going to look for her, and she found me first.
Does she live
So
here?
she's here for work right now. She's a reporter. She's a Raven.
And
And you guys would know that the Ravens are like well, Bo, you could explain it.
Yeah, they do like all the city crying throughout the whole country, and all the papers, like the major papers that come out, are from the Ravens, and they're printed like multiple times a day, like the New York Times type thing.
is this a bias newspaper?
Some see it as such, but yeah,
Are they for or against the chain?
The Chained Oblivion.
Do they have a stand?
roll a history check with advantage, wink, since
They're
you
kind of like the Daily Prophet, where
they're exactly like the Daily Prophet. However, I would say they're not as biased as that.
Do they use ravens instead of owls?
They use ravens, hence the name Ravens. Think
Yeah.
of like ravens from messages in like Game of Thrones world. That's how often they use Raven. They use it for everything.
are the
I don't know
Ravens
why.
yoked?
What's that?
Nothing.
Just D&D
Gotcha.
Beyond's not rolling for me. It's being a pain.
I'll roll for you.
Okay, it's +6.
Oh, 24, dog.
24. So the chain, as far as like remembering back and potentially even picking up a paper while you're here, as far as like if they support the chain is like the city guard. So it'd be like people not liking the city guard. They're pretty like how do I explain this? They're very bipartisan because they're just like a military group. So whoever's in charge orders them around. They don't yeah, so that's what your characters would know as far as like what they've heard of the chain is in here. So there isn't anything about the chain linking them to Ragnar or any of that kind of stuff in the papers. You have never read any of that.
But are the papers biased towards the chain or against the chain?
They're not. Nope. They treat the chain like how they are. They're just the military. They're not
What about
That-
Ragnar?
as far as what it says on Ragnar. You don't see anything about Ragnar.
What's on the 5th page of the newspaper, Bob?
You don't see anything about Ragnar in the papers. from
What are
like-
the undertones
Yeah.
regarding?
Is there
Yeah.
a comic page?
They're non-existent.
What's in the classifieds?
Talks about there's an article about some of the schools, some of the teachers, things like that.
If she's not from here and she works for the newspaper, I'm guessing she's on a job here.
She's like what's it called? Like a journalist.
She's like a investigative
She's
journalist.
not from Alloy either. So she goes places depending on what they are looking at for and what
You know
she's
what? She was investigating in Alloy and what she's investigating here.
She wasn't investigating an Alloy. Enzo would have told you she was just there for a funeral.
Yeah, a family thing.
How did she know where we were?
That I don't know. She was kind of upset because she thought I was dead. And so I think she was emotional about that I didn't reach out to her because she didn't know where I was or what happened to me since Alloy had been attacked. And then we disappeared that night. So I told her, she asked about the group, she asked about what we were doing. I told her I wouldn't let her know anything until I talked to you guys. And that's where we're at. I think she would be a really good resource for us. And
What is she doing here in LaBelle? What's her job? Do you know?
she's doing a story.
I get that.
Think
But you
she-
know what the story's on.
She's doing a story on the casino. You've probably heard me ask questions about the curator. I've been asking random people who might have information on that.
Sounds like a supervillain. Who is that?
Supposedly, well, the only thing I know is she told me the curator works with the casino, and she was investigating the curator and the casino and how the casino is so powerful.
Who is this curator? Do you know?
I don't
Not
know
who they are
anything.
specifically, but how do they make their name? Like, why are
I-
they?
I have no idea. She just told me she was investigating in a letter. She told me she was investigating the curator and looking into the casino. That's all I know.
DM, would any of us recognize the name, the curator?
You would not.
Do you love her? Did you kiss her?
Good point.
Did you touch her breast?
That's also a good point.
Waldo.
I don't kiss and tell, but we did have a very amazing evening time. I guess it was more than one night. We hung out a few times when she was in town.
He totally did it. They did it.
It's been really quiet because I didn't wake up.
It was before I met you, Waldo. Sorry, bud.
Oh, I thought this happened last night.
No, this was in Alloy before I met you guys. A few weeks, I believe, before I met you guys. So I wanted to talk to you guys about being upfront with her. She was asking questions, and I told her I couldn't let her know anything until I talked to you guys.
You should describe to her the chick that we saw during our fight to see if she recognizes her.
That was one of the questions I want to ask her. But because she is she's looking into the exact same people we are, the more she knows about what we're doing and the more we know about what she's doing, we might be able to put more pieces together. So that's why I'm talking to you guys. If it's okay if I let her know what's going on.
I think I would just like you to ask her next time you see her. How did she find us?
That's another question on my list. I do believe that the girl that was watching us taking notes, my guess is that she works at the Raven and that's where she heard about us, but I don't know for sure.
That would make sense.
Needs to know.
Sometimes animals use their noses to seek out their mates.
That
That's
is
also
true.
very
but-
true, Waldo.
That's how she found you.
Oh,
Sometimes the answers
I
are
like where
always
your
the
head's at,
simplest.
Waldo.
I don't think it's important for her to know exactly what our job is. Like I don't know if she needs to know that we're gonna steal a scroll.
We don't need to tell her that specifics, but she knows already about the party. I think someone mentioned it to her already.
Did, I believe.
Am I allowed to make an inside check on this?
What is your
No.
insight?
Because I'm pretty sure Enzo was the one who told her about the party, but I wasn't there. And so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did as well. I don't know if he's trying to lie or he's just not remembering correctly. It could be.
I am not remembering correctly. I
Yeah,
thought he was one
that's
of
what I'm getting as
it
well.
could
Yeah,
be
he's just not,
me.
yeah, you were the one who told her. You mentioned the party, and she's like, she didn't know.
Yeah.
What you're talking about.
And we thought that was weird since she was looking into the casino and
Yeah.
her report.
I think it's weird that you guys didn't hear that part, but you still know it.
Well, our characters don't know.
Players, yeah, the characters don't know that.
That's
I'm
why
just kidding.
that's why I asked if it was okay if I made an insight check, because Kyler knew that was a lie.
Okay, so I could tell her that we were here. All I told her is that we were going to go to that party. She knows nothing else.
Well, that's a good point. What does she know about the party? She is a
She
good
hadn't heard about it. As far as I know, that's what she told me. But she was kind of being a little standoffish because I think she was in shock that I was even alive or that I didn't reach out to her.
Well, the parties doesn't sound like it's a very big deal from what we've seen recently.
Yeah. Well, we don't know anything really. We don't know if it's a
Well, the
secret
people
party,
at the
not a
mask
secret party.
This is might have heard of it. Again, I don't know. And we've asked one or two other people about the party and they didn't know what we were talking about. So it doesn't seem like it's that big of an event.
Well, if you're okay with it, next time I talk to her, I will let her know that if you guys want to meet her, maybe she'll be up to talk to everybody and you guys could get a sense for her and see what you think. Or I can be a go-between. I just want to be upfront with you guys and not, be telling everybody our business if it's not something we all agree on.
I mean, I don't see a reason why she would want to talk to you alone about what's going on with you and the group.
Well, it just might come up as we're talking about other things, just like,
Oh, you know why they'd bring up while they're alone. Eh? Eh?
Eh? That.
and I get all blushed and I'm just gonna be like, come on, guys. I'm trying
He's
to be
really
upfront
good
with
at
you guys
penis
about
jokes.
this. So
All
what
right,
do you
I'm
what
gonna go nap, and I'm just gonna lay down and go to sleep.
what about you, Spencer? What do you think? Or sorry, Wink.
Oh, I think she's very attractive. I think you've got a woman you should try to win her over, really. I think people are always more talkative when they're being bedded or otherwise.
What kind of betting are you having, sir?
Oh, she may be a very
I really don't.
she may be a very informative person. So it might be something to look into, talking to her about more, I don't know, what she does for her job. But I don't really have that much to say about it. I think your relationships are your own. I think being careful about what you share with her is important. But I think you have a good grasp of what is key information and what isn't.
Okay, well, next time I see her, I'll let her know if you guys want. Do you guys want to meet her so you could feel her out as well? Or do you want me to just be a go-between? That's a question for everybody.
Welcome her in. See if she'll allow all of us to create a better friendship.
All right, I'll let her know.
Anything
That's it?
else anyone wanted to mention during the long rest time frame?
What should I wear to the casino?
Our new clothes.
I could just use magic. Or I could just copy someone.
I wouldn't look like Will. He seems to be a walking troublemaker.
I'll figure it out.
All right. Is it nighttime to go to the casino?
Before that happens, you would receive a raven back saying that she says I'll swing by at sundown, or I'll meet you at the Rana Rich if you're not there. So, since sundown has come, Luna will arrive, knock on your door.
Okay, and I'll just let you guys know. I think it's her. Don't be too rude, guys.
Is this a long rest?
Yeah, you guys get a long rest. It's been 6 hours, so it's 8 p.m. Or yeah, 8 p.m. Sun is down.
Oh, I thought we were taking a short rest.
No, dog.
Up to you
A
guys.
long rest in the middle of the day.
Well, we need to wait until the casinos. We wanted to go to the casino at night.
So we're not sleeping at night.
We can do
I
both.
had 5 hit points and no spell slots, no nothing.
We don't get the benefits of a long rest twice in a day.
I don't remember taking a long rest before that.
Or we can just take a short rest then.
Yeah, we did. Like when
I didn't know that rule.
when Enzo's check came to the room, we were sleeping.
I didn't know you couldn't take another long rest. I thought the trade-off of
We
having
can
the
do
long
whatever
rest.
we want, but standard, that's just how it is.
I just didn't want to go to the casino just depleted of everything.
It does say a character can't benefit from more than one long rest in a 24-hour period. However, it's fine with me if we're doing it to pass the time. So if we're waiting for a certain time frame and it fits, it's fine.
Yeah, we're not like abusing like the
Yeah. I would only count it like if you're like, oh, we've gone down a floor in this dungeon, we're gonna go back a long rest. That's totally different.
Hidden rope trick.
Yeah, so that's fine. So yeah.
Bo, how, other than paying for a bath, how do we clean ourselves off? Are there like public baths?
There's a
or-
public bath, yeah. Woe mentioned it. It's called Seta Bianca. It's very fancy. It's found in Latende district, kind of on the border between Latende and Iron Place, and it is very fancy. If you wish to go there, they have different rooms and they have massage. It's like a massage parlor as well.
And it's free?
It's not free. No.
Oh, are
What?
there any free ways to clean yourselves off?
Yes, you find a well and then you pull water and you clean yourself.
We could probably get water from Woo. And you can do a European shower with a towel.
I have a water cantrip, and if you need anything with water, I would love to use my shape water cantrip to help whatever.
But can you
You have a
produce
tub.
one with that?
He said that Woe did say you could refill it and fill it's 5 gold pieces to fill it, but he would probably give it to you for free because of you guys doing a favor for him. So
And don't you pee in it.
Yeah, I would like, I think everyone needs to get cleaned off because we're covered in battle.
sounds good.
Kyler still has 500 pounds of water in his satchel.
That's
Dirty water.
Yeah, my bath water.
Waldo, can you filter that out with your shape water spell?
I can make it
the water
flow.
from the items.
Where
Oh,
are
I
we gonna
think-
put it?
I mean, it'd be real clean.
Maybe we can water some flowers or bushes. Or we can just dump it out the window.
I don't think he has the destroy water spell, but it only does up to 10 gallons.
I can't destroy. I just have shape water cantrip. So
Would my prestidigitation, could I clean water? It says like you can instantly clean or soil an object.
We're
Can I
talking like
clean water?
water plant, not like gallons of water.
Well, like 1 gallon, 1 gallon, 1 gallon.
We're talking like no, it's a cantrip. A first level spell is 10 gallons.
I can also warm up water.
you can like dampen a surface, like so it's like
Yes,
Like-
like it
like
says
you said,
soil. You could
yeah.
soil something like, but it's not like
No,
gallons.
I'm not saying I could create water. I'm saying clean water.
Oh, like filter it?
Yeah.
Sure. It would take a long time to do it, but you could do it.
Wasn't it 6 seconds every?
So you'd have to do it 50
Gallon?
times because there's 50
Cubic
gallons
foot?
of water.
Every cubic foot. All right. Well, just for the future. Anyway, are we all cleaned up? Did we do this kind of talk before, or God, the Luna's here? We're having this conversation.
Yeah, it's fine. You guys are clean during the
Okay.
rest time.
Okay, I'll just be like, okay, guys, she's here. Please don't be rude. And I'll answer the door.
It is Luna. She is, again, for those that don't remember the description of her, she's very pretty. She has like black freckles on her white face, and she has black hair, and she has pointy ears. To Tink, she would look like an elf. To Wink, she would look like a human. To everyone else, she would also look like an elf who is not a human or elf. She is a half elf, but that's how it looks like in world. Like if they have pointy ears, they look like elves. Anyways, she's very slender and delicate looking, and yeah, asks if you're ready to go to Rana Rich.
Yeah, we've been getting ready. Would you mind coming in? My group would like to meet you.
Sure thing. And she will come in. Hey everyone, I'm Luna.
And I'll introduce. This is the hairy guy over there is the Don. The tall, handsome one is Waldo.
Nice to meet you, my lady.
The elf
Grab-
is
grab her hand with both of my giant hands and just shake like my fingers are going up her forearm, like like shaking her hand.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
the elf is Wink.
Hello. Lovely to meet you.
Then over there is Tink. That's the Don's brother.
Pleasure.
Then we got Olivax.
It's an honor.
Olivax, do you want to introduce your friend? Your
This is
partner?
my squire, Palazzo. He's a good lad.
Nice to meet everyone.
You as well.
My name's Tink, and I like to party.
It's true.
Well, let's get down to business. What are your intentions with my boy here?
It's not why she's here, guys. We need to talk to her about other things.
What are we talking about? Enzo, she looks very guarded. She's very nervous and very guarded in front of this new group of people.
Yeah, guys.
Can
Don't be
I
rude.
have a question about Druidcraft bow?
Yo.
So one of the effects is you can make a flower blossom, seed pod open, or leaf pod bloom.
Yes.
Can I just make a flower and give it to her?
Yeah. Easily
Just to
doable.
help calm her down.
Here you go. You're pretty.
She'll blush. Thank you. Truly.
All right. I guess I'll start since you guys are being quiet over there. I was talking to them about you, and I wanted them to meet you. And we have a few questions. First of all, how did you find me?
You were spotted yesterday a couple different times by different ravens in the city. There's a lot of us here.
And they were looking for me specifically?
No. And
I'm
yes.
gonna produce a picture of that chick that we saw during our fight, just on the floor in front of Luna, and say, "Is this one of your fellow ravens?"
It sure is. Yep, that is one of the ravens. I believe she was doing a special on a lady that collected a lot of pets. And she ran into you guys after leaving.
Yes, I was trying to get to ask her a few things and see if she was a raven, and she was pretty standoffish. And then one of us here got a little aggressive trying to find out who she was, just to make sure she wasn't part of the group that was attacking us. And she disappeared on us, so we didn't know who she was exactly.
Yeah, she did mention you guys were quite aggressive. So, but yeah, that's how I found where you were. Plus they were looking out for me as a favor.
Does she know who attacked us?
She does not. Again, she was there doing a highlight on someone else in the
Yes.
area.
I just thought because she was taking notes that she might know. Maybe she's from that area or something. She might have known the people. I don't know.
No, it looks like she was writing her review, just enjoying the wherever she was when you guys stumbled upon, and then she took more notes. That's how we are. We take notes when things of interest occur.
Do you guys have any questions?
Talking about the chick in the alley fight, right?
We're talking to Luna. We can ask her anything we want.
But she's talking about the chick that was taking notes in the alley, like the alley fight.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
I'd recommend telling her that taking notes literally in the middle of a fight could raise suspicion and to be more careful in the future.
I never said she was bright, but I'll make sure she's informed.
I hope she didn't take offense. Things were just quite hectic at the moment.
Oh, we are very well trained to get out of scenarios such as that.
Yeah, we didn't know if she was part of the group or not because she just kind of showed up. So
Yep.
That's why we were trying to question her.
So that's how I found you.
Okay.
Did she know where we were? I mean, how did you know we were staying here?
She followed you afterwards.
Were
You guys
any of
went
us
down
close
into
to
the sewer.
finding-
She waited. You guys came out of the sewer. She followed you to a couple different places, and then you ended up here.
Well, she's very stealthy. We didn't even see her.
What's her name?
Petunia.
Petunia?
Yep.
That is a cute name.
Have you found anything else out about the party that I mentioned last night?
I haven't had much time. I hope to learn more tonight. You have to understand that Rana Rich hosts, I believe, upwards of 50 parties a week. And they are in dealings with many of the noble houses. It is almost impossible to know their scheduling. I'm just starting to uncover how vast of a schedule that they have and how tight of a ship they run. But I'm eager to learn more. Hopefully I'll learn more tonight.
If we wanted to figure out who was hosting the party in question, how would we go about doing that?
Hosting which party?
The party that Enzo mentioned.
House. What is their name? Cleverly is hosting the party.
Yes.
So what are you wanting to do?
I want to know if we wanted to know who's hosting the party from the casino, like who's in charge of all of that, how would we go about doing that?
I have no idea who does it. I believe they have certain sections that deal with the private parties, but what makes them so interesting is like the other parts. So one employee would not know what another employee does. So there's a lot of secrecy, whether that's by ignorance or whether that's by design. They have a lot of different branches of this casino, and they do not seem to mix very often.
Interesting.
So these parties, like they seemingly are just whatever parties so far that I've learned, but they are all by invite only, usually. Sometimes they'll cater to a more public eye, but the majority of it is more private.
So would the catering crew know who the security people were going to be and vice versa?
No, it seems like they use the chain of Autokef
For
for
security.
everything. Yes. And they
And what
filter in and
about-
out.
What about the food catering?
And they might hire out or they might do in-house. I don't know everything. I've only been here for a month, so I
Okay.
don't know a lot of things. But I have learned this is what I've learned thus far on that specific question.
Okay. Because the whole point of my question, and I think you picked up on it, is we need to know as much as we can about this party as fast as we can. And since they are in charge of the party itself, and you seem to be the professional, more than us at least, in how they work and how the casino works. So anything that you might know that could help us would be great.
Yes, well, if I am assuming correctly, and I'm 90% sure I am correct, that Rana Rich is actually owned by the chain of Autokef. I don't know how, but like I said, many of the chain's upper guards, they also filter and work at La Rana Rich. At least I've seen it on several occasions. So,
is it suspicious that the chain would own the casino? Like, what are you investigating exactly?
the chain, well, I'm not going to tell you everything on that. I just met you all, but what I will say is I am doing a long investigation to the Larani Rich because it seems that they are far wealthier than they should be. I don't know if that's because of the chain owning them or maybe it's the other way around. I intend to find out.
Is it just money, do you think, or is it also they have a lot more influence or power than they normally should?
Make a persuasion check to see if she'll give more information.
14.
14. What was the question?
Is it just money that they have more
yeah.
or is it power?
She'll say, I believe that they have their hands in other illegal activities.
And you think it's the chain that's part of the illegal activities, or you think the casino is part of the chain, but not exactly run by the chain?
I believe it's one and the same, and I believe that's why this story is going to be so big.
Do you think this is happening in other cities as well?
I do not think so, but it's possible.
Since the chain has kind of taken over the city, don't they kind of write the laws? I mean, how can they break the law when they are
Chain enforces the law; they do not make the law. They police the civilians, nothing more.
If we wanted to also scout out the location of this party, how would you go about doing that? You are better at this than we are. We're quite new.
Well, in order to go down, enter these villas, one must have access. So I would first find another noble that lives on the same street as this party, get an invite to their villa, and then use that to maybe take a longer walk to see what I can learn. But from what I know, the nobles do not spare any coin when it comes to guards and security.
Do you know if the security is magical or not?
I'm certain that it is.
Will a disguise self spell be detected?
Low-level magic is easily sniffed out. But I won't say it can't be done.
Low level magic is sniffed now. Where?
Low-level magic.
Where are they talking about? Like the security of what?
The villas. The rich people.
Okay.
I feel like this has turned into a Q&A. Why do you guys need to know this information? Are you guys also looking into the... Are you guys attending this party?
Yeah, we're gonna be there, and so we're just trying to find out as much as we can.
Can you get me a ticket?
I don't know. We can look into it.
I would much appreciate it. I would love to go.
If you could find out or help us find out any information about it, or especially like if they're hiring with my background, I could help with the catering or bartending. If you get any information on who to talk to about that, let me know.
Yeah, maybe we'll find out tonight. But yeah, I'll let you know if I learn anything. Usually, the lower level, entry level servants would not go to one of these types of parties.
I understand. Anybody else have any questions for her? All right.
Well, I have a question for you guys. Why are you guys here? Why are you really here? And she'll look at you, Enzo.
I'll look at you guys and see if you guys are okay with me saying anything or not.
Anyone?
I mean, this can't just all be one-sided. I mean, I've given you all this information. I just want to know why you're really here.
Sightseeing?
I don't believe that.
We were sent to investigate the chain.
Oh, really?
Really?
What exactly are you investigating? Maybe we can help each other.
I'll tell her kind of the story of us getting attacked and our freeing the unicorn and what they said and what the orc said when we met them in the mine. So she could kind of see that the chain was, we were told or had or thought that the chain is part of the attacks on Alloy.
She'll after hearing you retell the story and you say like the collector and things like that, she'll mention that she did overhear that somewhere in Rana Rich, nobody knows where, that there is a entrance to an ancient underground labyrinth.
I peek up at this.
Somewhere it is said that it contains a dragon's hoard, but it's all hearsay.
Okay, let's drop everything we're doing.
You have my attention.
Also, I will say as well, because it seems like whatever I tell Enzo, he tells you, that I did mention a figure named the Curator in one of my letters to him. And from what I know, the Curator is the leader of Rana Rich. I don't know what it looks like, if it's a he or she or like what race they are. I don't know. But they seemingly have many leaders and they're all very interesting looking, like very distinct looking creatures and characters. But there's so many of them, it's like impossible for me to distinguish. Like some other main leaders that I know. So you guys can look out for them when we're there tonight. There's one called the Assassin and one called the Quartermaster. And a lot of them have interactions with this Dragonborn named Oshi. And Oshi, I know, is like an upper member of the chain.
Is Oshi a male or female?
It's just she. She's a white Dragonborn. And I
All of
suspect
that. Hey.
I suspect that Oshi is more than she appears.
You
I
know
wish I
Oshi?
could investigate her further, but I don't. I'm dedicated to Rana Rich, and I don't think that she only goes in occasionally, so I don't know. But yeah,
Um,
What was that third name you said, Bo? The curator, the assassin, and what?
Oshi.
Oshi.
No, before Oshi.
the quartermaster.
Quartermaster.
Yeah. So I do want to talk to you,
well,
Enzo, maybe privately about some other things that but
Yes, of course. I just have a few more questions. You've been here for a month. Has there been anybody that you found that you could trust with doing things like finding information that's hard to get, or look anybody underground that can get information from sources that are harder to reach?
you know what I'm going to say, right? The Ravens. We are
Yes, but
I don't use
you
anyone else.
use Ravens, or you don't hire out or
No.
trade
No.
anything with anybody else?
I have sources, but
Private investigator types?
no, we don't use private investigators.
No
I am a
CI?
private investigator.
Okay.
When we mentioned what we were here, sorry, I had a baby in my hands, but what was her reaction? I'd like to get some insight on.
You seemed very excited.
Okay.
I would have also told her, like, that's when, after we stopped the orcs, that's when we got sent to the Fae. So we didn't even, we had disappeared from everybody for 3 months, not just her. Like, it just happened.
She seems very frustrated at that part, and you get the feeling that she wants to talk to you alone about that.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll walk her out.
I'm gonna say nice to meet you, and then I'm gonna say break the chain, and I want to see what her reaction is to that.
What are you trying to get from it?
Probably like, my guess is he is hoping that she kind of like winks, like, yes, let's
Okay. Yeah, she seems very
see where
serious.
her alliance is, basically.
Yeah, it seems like she's not pro the chain. You guys have not gotten that feeling whatsoever. It seems like she wants to expose them, and she's looking for something to expose. So she's not Yeah. So she doesn't defend it. She seems excited. Pays no mind to the comment in particular, though.
We discern that she's not going to betray us, that she really is Enzo's friend.
Yeah, she seemed very she loosened up during the conversation. She seemed very guarded at first, but when she answered, she sounded like, in her zone, like a reporter would, with answering questions and asking questions and giving information. You guys definitely felt that charismatic feel from her. As far as like sensing loyalty, sure, and roll an insight check. Just Waldo.
Um, 10.
10. Yeah, she seems friendly, but as far as like if she would betray you, you don't get that sense from her so far.
Okay. That was just the main thing
Yeah.
that I had in my mind. She just seemed kind of,
Yeah, so far she seems very transparent with
yeah.
everything.
It was a pleasure speaking with you, Luna.
She'll
Until
correct-
our paths cross again, may Grandmaster's guidance be with you.
Well, I'll be going to the casino with you guys if that's okay with Enzo.
Oh, great.
So
Well, then
yeah.
never mind.
But yeah, I just want to talk to him, so we'll be right back. It's just be a short amount of time.
Of course.
Do you need a room?
She'll shake her head as the door starts to close.
Sorry
My
about
bed
that.
is springy.
Don't forget to wear protection.
The second the door closes, Enzo, Luna's eyes shimmer, and you get this look of longing and frustration. And she says, Enzo, things have changed for me. The arcane pulses through me stronger than ever. I can feel the very threads of the weave. It's a gift, a power that comes from our bonds to our mysterious patron. It has deterred me from my work to know her identity, but I'm so close, so very close to unveiling who she truly is, I believe.
Are you investigating her? Or
Yeah, I am. And then she like hesitates and her voice gets softer as she's like, every day I've sent treasured ravens, using every contact and resource in my network to reach out to you, to find you, to send word, to know if you were safe, if you were thinking of me. But the silence from your ends, even though it was unintentional, it was deafening. And the hurt I felt was more than any spell or blade could ever do to me.
I'm gonna
I cared, Enzo. I care deeply. But right now, you don't get to know how deeply you've wounded me. Regardless of where you were when you came to the city, and I had to learn from some random reporter that you were here. Just know this. Despite everything, I'm still here for you. I forgive you, and I'll help you, support you in any way that I can. Just promise me you won't let the silence stretch between us again, or else the bonds we've made are better off severed than forever wounding my heart.
I'll as she started saying that, I would step up to her and try to grab her hands and look in her eyes. And I want her to see that, like, if she looks into mine, like that I understand and am sorry. And I want to let her know, like, we literally were here one day. The first day is when we got attacked. I was gonna find you right away. I'm sorry it ended up like this. I'll do what I can to make it up to you. These guys that I'm with, they're not traditional, I know, but they're trustworthy, and we've been through a lot together. You could trust them, and you can trust me. Let me know if there's anything I can do. I am sorry you went through that.
She'll grab her hand as she gets teary-eyed. and she'll give you a big hug. And a kiss.
Where?
On the lips.
And I'll get a little teary-eyed as well and kiss her back and say I'm glad we got that out of the way. I've been thinking about you so much, and I'm so sorry. But there was just no way to reach out. So I'm glad we talked about it. I feel so much better now. It's like a giant weight off my shoulders. And we have a lot, as you see, we have a lot going on. But anything you need, I'm there for you. And then I'll take a deep breath and I'll say, "You ready to go back in so we can head to the casino?"
Took her breath away.
Well, I guess I
she
did.
goes back in with you.
All right.
I didn't want to interrupt that beautiful moment, but I'm totally rolling a perception check to see if I overheard that conversation.
Sure thing.
Somebody needs to roll for me.
No need to roll. You didn't hear anything.
What?
rooms-
Oh, what
The rooms,
shenanigans!
as they said, are soundproof. So
What if I pretended to fully close the door?
Can't go back in time.
Oh, to open it like very quietly.
Yeah, just not have it fully shut, just have it just
as they-
barely open.
and as they open the door, you all are leaning against it.
Oh, I'm not.
I totally am, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just do a pretend cough. Security, very solid. I didn't hear a thing.
All right, guys, come on. Let's get ready.
Awesome. You guys get ready and you head down to go to Rana Rich. And on your way out, Woe stops you and he says, guys, I have an update on what I think happened. Can I share it in front of the girl?
I think she knows. Does she know what he did? No, she doesn't know what he did for that one.
She doesn't know this.
Would she care, Enzo?
I'll just look at you guys. I don't think she'd care, but it's up to you guys.
Well, she already knows why we're here. I don't think we'll get in any deeper waters if she knows this.
Okay, so what happened was about like a month or so. Okay, so what you got to know is before I opened up the Devil's Taste, I used to be an adventurer. Before my hand got chopped off, of course. And I was in Rana Rich Casino, and I had been looking for hidden entrances inside because once you go in there, there's paintings everywhere. It's like murals all over the place. It's crazy. Anyways, I found this one mural, and it was an illusion. Okay. And I go past the mural, and then I get caught. And I get kicked out, and I'm banned from the casino. I'm never allowed to go back. And then like a month later, this thing with the hand happens to me. I don't know if it's connected, but it seems pretty, close together to where I think that might be what happened.
Could I do an insight check on him?
Sure thing. What are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to. Well, I rolled a 5. I'm trying to find out if he's being honest, like if he's hiding something else, like if this is the only thing, or if this is a true story.
Seems very transparent with all of you. Seems like he's been transparent with you all since day one.
And I'm gonna be. Go ahead.
Sorry, this is a DM question. In this world, like if I ask somebody what class they were, would that make sense to them?
No.
No? Okay.
You could ask if they were a spell, like an arcanist, or like use a blade or something.
Yeah. Keep going, Ken.
How big is Wu?
Well, he's a tiefling. He's an older guy. He's probably like 5'10".
I'm gonna be like, you were An adventure, like all excited and surprised.
I was always
I'd
looking
love to.
for treasure.
I'd love to pick your brain on this and on you and your adventures, if that's okay.
Yeah, what were your skill sets? Whoa.
Well,
What are your skill sets?
what?
What are your skill sets?
Oh, well,
Not
as
what
you know,
were.
I am a lovely proprietor of the Devil's Taste, the most successful inn tavern in town.
Of course.
As an adventurer, I was very good at finding clues and deciphering clues. I was very sneaky. I knew very, very basic magic, the lowest of levels. I was good with the. I'm good with the blade, although I was right-handed. So
What do you think they were hiding in there?
I have no idea. I didn't get to open the door. I was so close.
Do you remember where it was?
Yeah, how'd you get in? Where was this? Maybe we can
We'll follow up.
We're actually heading there now.
Oh, really? Well, I'll have to keep looking through my journals. I don't know if I remember exactly where it is. I haven't been in there in like 30 years. So
oh
it's been a while, to say the least.
maybe you could draw us a map of what you remember.
I don't remember shite. So
Well, thank you. That's valuable information.
DM, before we go, I totally forgot to do this. I would like to disguise myself with my disguise kit.
Yep.
okay, sounds good.
I'd also ask Luna if we should, if all of us should go as others.
I will not be disguising myself.
Thank you very much.
Luna, you roll. She will say, "Do as you wish," but if your disguise isn't very good, it'll only raise more suspicion.
Are you going as yourself?
I'm going as how you see me right now, in my black dress. No disguise, no mask.
All right.
I am proud of who I am. And I will not be hiding that.
Well, since we're just going to look around today, I'll go as myself as well.
Sounds good. All right, so you guys go to La Rana Rich. The Rana Rich is in the center of the city. It is unbelievably packed. There is a line outside and
Yep.
to even enter. Mute Ryan. There we go. So you do have to wait in line in order to enter. It's like a club basically, because there's just that many people that want to enter. So you guys wait in line for like 30 minutes. On your way there, you pass by like people singing in the street, and one of them sings, and he's like, in the realm where the falchieri play, their tales are but dull, I dare say. With every quest near, they tremble in fear. Their blunders lead them astray.
That reminds me so much of the Sir Robin song from Monty Python, the Holy Grail. I love it.
As he's singing that, as we hear that, I'm gonna throw a gold piece in his little bucket or whatever he's got.
He thanks you and then he nods. Theron, you're disguised, is that correct?
Yeah, I would use my disguise kit. I would have used my disguise kit if since they said magic is being looked at. I would have definitely used my disguise kit. Disguise kit.
You just look like a different bugbear.
Yeah, either
Okay.
get myself like a scar or oh, I'm definitely like my scar or something like that.
Sound good. So yeah, you guys hear a bard playing about the Falchieri. You also hear some other ones that are singing about your group. They say, for example, they'll sing like, "Oh, Keystone, brave and true, there's nothing they cannot do. Find lost children, rescue a dame, slay a dragon, earn their fame." And other things like this. From pebbles to boulders, they gather them all. Each stone tells a story, a journey, a fall. With passion and might, they shine in the light. The Keystone Collective, they never let us fall.
All right,
I'm not
Bo.
sure.
I'm gonna pause you right there. How did you come up with these so fast? That's so impressive, dude.
I have
That's
one guess.
amazing. Unless it's Chat
I'm a
GPT.
genius.
Don't tell me it's Chat GPT.
I am a
That's definitely
lyrical
ChatGPT.
master. Trent told me that I need to be like Harry Mack, so I've been
You're macking it.
Tell me
Well, you
5
are
words.
freaking crushing it. You are on fire, dude. That was amazing.
What does Luna think about these songs?
Luna thinks they're amusing. She doesn't know the Falchieri.
I'm
So
gonna
she-
cheer and
Well, she doesn't.
She also doesn't know who the Keystone Collective is. So yeah, she just seems to enjoy it.
So every single one, I would throw a gold piece and say, that was an amazing song. You should sing that all the time.
She'll ask as you guys are walking, she'll ask like why you're tipping so much. Do you know
Yeah.
these
I'll let her in on the joke.
Got it. She'll laugh and chuckle. Awesome. As far as like the outside of Rana Rich, it's like basically a masterpiece of architectural finesse. The crafted from polished marble pillars, it shimmers with pearlescent sheen under like the natural and magical lighting that shines on this humongous building. On both sides of the entrance, there are pillars. They're massive, like they must have been made by a giant. They're that big. They're like 20 feet, a 20-foot radius freaking pillar. So like 40
Are they
feet.
are they made of stone?
They're made of stone.
Ooh,
And they're adorned
interesting.
with like gilded accents. That's very like Roman looking. It has golden inlays on the building. The edges of the building feature like ornate patterns with like sunlight and like like the shape of like L's and like different letters that make up Rana Rich. As you get to the entrance, there's like it looks like a pit fiend basically in the front. It's a massive red colored. It looks like a devil. However, like the closer you get, the more you realize that the wings are fake, but the person is actually as tall as they appear. They're like 7 feet tall, and they basically look like a Goliath that's dressed like a pit fiend. So they have like little horns and massive red wings that are like leathery looking, and they're like the person moving the rope back and forth to let people in.
Are they like built?
Yeah, they look like a bodybuilder. This person is chiseled. Above the entrance, there's a marquee carved from enchanted crystals that displays Rana Rich in a font that shimmers and shifts. And there's also like gardens that surround the building. It's like maintained gardens. There's like exotic flowers, and it offers like a very calm escape from like the rest of the city square, which is like hustle and bustle and very loud. There's also a fountain in the center of this courtyard that this depicts a golden frog perching atop a pile of coins, and there's water trickling from its mouth into the pool, emitting a soothing melodic tune. And there's also statues around as well that have like a imposing magical creatures all around the different places, both that look like art as well as like potential like guardians of this place. So when you enter, you're greeted by a humongous chandelier made of shimmering crystals. The roof is probably like 40 feet high, and it's like let me pull up a picture of what it looks like. It's gonna take forever to load because I'm not on the actual page, but I will get there. One moment, please.
It's a very, very high roof ceiling.
It is massive. This place is humongous. The outside makes the inside look too small, Ethan.
And this is a casino?
This is a casino. Yep. Okay. Zooming in.
Where is this? Where are you showing this?
I'm zooming in currently. Hold on.
I don't see anything.
I haven't shared my screen yet,
Oh, okay.
so that makes sense.
This is gonna be on Roll20 or
I'll post it after the session, but yeah, if you want to take a screenshot, Kyler. Here's what the inside looks like. This is just one section. This is what the grandiose would look like. Massive paintings on the ceiling, chandeliers everywhere, lighting everywhere. Very, very, very fancy.
But the ceiling's a lot taller than that.
Yes, in certain places, yes. In other places, it's lower. You'll see like cool glass work, like as you see right here, like domes. Again, this would just be like one section.
Look at the people, Chad. So like that person is probably say 5-6 feet tall. Like how many have to be stacked on top to reach the ceiling? That's a massive ceiling.
About 5.
Yeah. It's like 35 feet.
Like
35.
25.
I'm gonna stop sharing. Go back to my descriptions. Okay. Okay, so there's different hold on one second. Other things you notice right when you enter. You see rainbows across the room. The smell is like a mix of expensive perfume and like a subtle hint of like aged wood. It's like a very professional, very elegant smell. There's guards stationed at each entrance and key points within. High-level guards are in clad, sophisticated, polished armor. They're very calm and unspoken. There you see bartenders. They're dressed in like sharp vests and ties, and it's like white and green, like dark green colors is like the color scheme around here. Like as far as what people are wearing, like ivory, white, and green. You do notice like lower level guards that are wearing chain stuff, and that's like what Luna has pointed out. Like the chain does work here, but yeah. As you walk past some tables, you see people playing cards, and you see someone look at their cards, but to you the cards are blank.
Oh, pause you real quick. What do you mean by chain stuff?
Like the chain.
So we know what to look for.
The chain.
Does the chain symbol on things?
The black chain fits with the red. It's gripping a red chain. Just their symbol. Okay. They wear like a adornment at the top. Yeah, so that's what the anyways, the playing cards, they blank to everyone other than the holder of the cards, and the values only reveal themselves only when played, which ensures like a fair game. The card dealers are shuffling cards in the craziest fashions that you've ever seen. It's like entertainment and a spectacle all in one. In other dark corners, you see like individual exchanging whispers and discrete parcels, like they're transactioning different things, as if like some sort of deal's going down. Everyone in here is well dressed, matching your level of dress, if not more, even more so. Very extravagant dresses and suits and things like that. And approaching you is what they call a tour guide. And this person is a tiefling looking person, I would say. They have bigger horns than a tiefling would normally have. And she's like an imposing looking figure of charm and authority. She's very tall. Her skin is pale gold color, almost as if she's been kissed by like a wealth of golden coins. Protruding gracefully from her head are two majestic obsidian horns that have an upward curve. Think of like a upside down J, so it sticks up like this. And her eyes have like a deep and captivating gleam with a mix of amber and onyx. And what else? Her attire is like opulent. It's very like lustful, but very rich looking, like a flowing gown interwoven with platinum threads and adorned with jewels. She's wearing a veil that looks like a cascade of coins shimmering down that like keeps going over and over, as almost if it's like a waterfall effect. On her arms and upper neck right here, you see like intricate tattoos that suggest like counting, wealth, maybe some sort of ancient pacts line her arms and neck. You also see she's wearing a pendant that rests against her chest, and it's shaped like a coin in a circle, and it has scaled hands stamped onto it. So that is what you see, and she approaches you and she asks you guys if you would like a tour to get to know the layout of what this place has to offer, because there is so much to do. Often people get lost or don't know all of the features that Rana Rich can offer to you.
I'm gonna turn to Luna and say, have you been on the tour? Can you show us around, or should we ask her to do it?
I would recommend the tour.
All right,
I have taken it. It is amazing.
let's go.
Tour it is.
Awesome. So she'll take you on the tour, and there's a couple different things she'll take you to. She shows you like a members only lounge, which is like beyond an enchanted door. You have to have like a certain level of pass in order to get in here. And she'll take you to a part where above you see like globes hanging from the ceiling. And she'll say that these are actually rooms of like spas that you can go in, and you get like a spa experience.
In the globe?
In the globe, yep.
That's pretty cool.
When we're at the members only area, can I ask her how you become a member?
She'll say that there's payments, and as you're walking as well, she'll show you like where you can purchase chips, because you don't gamble with gold, you don't gamble with coins, you gamble with chips. And she'll mention how that all works, and she'll say that each chip is enchanted, so it can't be mimicked and things like that. And if you remove it from this place, like it gives off an alarm, like people know if chips are stolen from here. She'll mention that they have private gaming salons, so like enclosed in a soundproof glass walls. These rooms let you like have your own privacy games. They're not played with just coins or chips, but like enchanted gemstones or like other objects that people want to wager. She'll say that they have rare magical artifact auctions that happen in these rooms, and she'll like point to different rooms as you're like circling this massive place, which is like an opulent hall with floating golden podiums. And there's and they put the artifacts on these floating podiums where they are displayed in a holographic measure. And they'll have like the histories of these items play out their origins, from like swords forged in dragonfire to amulets blessed by ancient deities. And then there's silent bids that are made with just a thought to like a telepathic auctioneer. And they
You
give
have to
you
be
like
a member to participate.
You don't. You usually just have to like pay to enter the auction, and then you get like one of these wristbands, and then you can communicate with the auctioneer telepathically. She'll show you the gardens, which is like a maze where flowers sing soft lullabies. There's tall trees that actually can talk, and they have like spells enchanted into them so they can tell stories. And there's stones that the paths glow as you walk, guiding visitors to hidden groves where they might witness like rare dances of moonlit pixies or enjoy fruits of that grant like visions and things like that. They have dining rooms. I could keep going. There's a lot of other cool things they have here. Like they have pet places. Like if you bring a pet here, they can take them to this cool pet room where they have like different things depending on your pets, and they can roam around and enjoy while you enjoy the casino. They have a really cool wine cellar that they take you to. It's like a vast cavern illuminated by glowing fungi, and they have different things that treat the wine to make it amazing. They also have personal diviners here that can tell your fortune or give you direction. Other things of note that you guys would notice, they have conference rooms, they have small theater rooms. One of the theater rooms is basically like an aquarium. Like all of the walls and all of the lighting is done with like aquatic animals like squids and different things light up to like create the lighting in the room, which is really cool. They have the main gambling area, they have the bar cafe area, they have like the accounting offices and everything. All that's like at the very upstairs section, which is like patrons are allowed to go up there to where they have the guarded accounting offices, but it's very rare that you go up there. So that is the whole place. This place again is massive. To walk from one end to the other would almost like take you as long to walk through one edge of the city to the other. There's like just so much to see and do.
While we were walking, I have woe in the back of my head, and I'm trying to look at all the pictures, tapestries, to see if any of them are illusions, to see if I can figure that out or not.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Oh, 21.
21. A lot of these paintings on the ceiling move and have like for example, they have like a spacescape and it like rotates, so it gives like this really cool ambient feeling. You deduce like if there is anything, it is going to be like on the ground and up. And as you're taking the tour, nothing really fits that description except for like on the lower level, like just beneath where they have the accounting rooms and stuff, there are paintings that go all the way to the ground. So you would assume like, okay, if it is here, if this is even true, it would most likely be in this section.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll take you back to the end of the tour. So let's just say, okay, if you guys want to go gamble, like there's high stakes games, there's lower stake games, and you'll meet all sorts of nobles here depending on where you go, who you want to interact with. So if you need assistance, just call me and I'll come find you and I can answer any questions you might have.
I have a question. A friend of mine has been wanting to throw a party. Who would we go talk to see what kind of things that you guys could provide and cater it?
We typically don't offer catering services. We usually, for those that we do cater to, we usually approach them. I don't know too much about like how that process works, but if you're needing to understand that process, I can get you in touch with one of my associates and they can discuss that with you. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, that sounds super helpful. Thank you.
Awesome. I will have them find you.
Thank you.
What was your name?
My name is Lady Isolde. Isolde.
Well, that was a lovely tour. This place is amazing. Anything that you would recommend for some newcomers like us?
Maybe the main gambling area, and then if you have the amount of coin to purchase the chips, you could always go to the high stakes gambling rooms.
How much is when you say if we have the coin, how much coin would we need?
If you're wanting to participate in the high stakes you would need probably a minimum of about 500 gold pieces. Whereas the lower ones are, 5 gold and up.
This may be a silly question, but are there any prize tables? Can we win prizes?
There are no prize tables. You gamble for chips, and then the chips are exchanged for gold. They have card games, games of chance. They have a different array of games that you can participate in. The main gambling area has many of those things.
Can you gamble on fighting here, or
No.
no?
That is illegal.
Okay.
Not gamble on fighting. We don't fight animals or humanoids or creatures of any kind.
Can I take a look at some of these low stakes games and see basically how they work and what my chances are of winning? Basically, like what I have to roll to win something.
Oh, show. So there's a couple different games. And I will just explain the games as far as the mechanics, how they work. There's a game called GYP. GYP. It's 5 gold pieces. You roll 2d6. If you roll a 7 or a 12, you win. And you can double your bet to add a d6. And then the payout is a 3-2 bet. So there's a liar's dice, which is a minimum of 10 gold pieces. You roll 5d6, and then you keep your roll a secret. You play this with against other people, and then each person takes a turn saying the value that is equal to the dice showing on under their cup that they have. And then you can either bid higher, say mine is higher than yours, and then you can challenge and say, I don't think yours is higher than mine. If you challenge and lose, you lose your coin. If you challenge and win, you win the coin.
So it's like a game of BS.
Exactly. They have 21. This is a more expensive. It's 25 gold pieces. You roll 2d10s, and the dealer does the same. You keep the first die hidden, and then each player, including the dealer, takes turn rolling any number of additional d10s. And then all die faces are face value, except for a 1, which can be a 1 or an 11. And then if the dealer scores a 21, all players lose. If a player scores a 21, they win. If neither occurs, the player loses. If their total is less than the dealer's, like 21. And then if you're wanting to know like the high stake games, usually most people play what's called the Hand of Fate. Each card player rolls 1d8, and then you keep the die hidden. And then each player bets and says, okay, I have the best chance of winning. And then they roll a d6, and they keep it hidden. And then they roll a d4, and the d4 is showing. And then they make everyone bets in between each round to say who has the highest amount. The winner takes 80% of the pot, and then the other 20 goes to the casino. If you tie, you split the 80%.
So you're playing against each other, not against the house.
Correct. And the house always wins 20% of the bet. There are other ones. I can keep going, but those are the highlights.
Tempting.
You do see some very interesting fellows playing at the high stakes one. Let me pull that up real quick. I will have one of you roll a history check with advantage.
I got you. Well, good thing it's advantage. Oh my days. I rolled a 2 twice, which is an 8 total.
Okay. Yeah, you see this really very fancy tiefling guy. And he has a symbol of a dark violet and orange snake on his clothing. And he is playing one of the high stakes games. And he just seems very interesting to you. You don't remember why. Like the symbol rings the bell, but you're not quite sure if you remember. what that symbol means.
Interesting character.
So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Why are we at the casino again, guys?
We're here to check it out and see if there's anything that because they're like the heart of everything that's going on.
Of what?
The casino is the one that's supplying the masquerade with all of the food, the security, everything. It's
All right. So what are we at the casino for?
we are just trying to gather any intel, meet any interesting people. Luna mentioned that in order to do the infiltrating that we want to do, we're going to need to befriend a noble. And this seems like a kind of place where the nobles are going to hang out. So there's also that.
We need to befriend a noble. Why?
Okay, we need to befriend a noble because if we want to do any kind of infiltrating on the mansion is in a secluded part of the rich town, and it's very highly secure. And really, the only way to get
getting invitations made.
that is to get to the masquerade. But if we want to infiltrate to do like scout out the house, we're gonna need an
The
inn.
party is at the house.
Okay, never mind. I thought part of it was you wanted to scout out the house. You wanted to turn into a spider or a lizard and go in, check out the rooms. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So in order to do that, we have to be able to get to the house. We can't get to the house unless we get access to that part of the city. We can't get access to that part of the city
That's
unless
not true at all.
are friends with the
To be
noble.
invited to the part of the city.
Just to kind of make this go quicker, you guys were also told by the Lady of Masks that most likely the Rana Rich will have the guard stations, things like that here. Like you'll be able to find that information if you're able to infiltrate Rana Rich.
Yeah, if we infiltrate and sneak around, it's obviously going to be in secret. It's not going to be, oh, we have this guy that's gives us permission to walk around your house.
That's not.
suspicious.
That wasn't what I was implying.
Yeah, Chad,
Never
he's
mind.
implying that you guys will have access to the street at least, and then, like Luna said, you could just maybe break off for a second and then go
Yeah.
back to what you
Think
were
of it
doing.
like a very private community with guards everywhere. It sounds like very well paid guards. And yeah, we could probably maybe some of us sneak into that part of the city to the house, but the
Like,
chances of
how
that
hard would it
Also,
be?
also
Better
means to
to
see
walk
through. Also, the means to see through basic magic like invisibility, disguise self, stuff like that. We were told they have. That's like an issue they very much know about and have countermeasures for.
Yeah, well, wild shape isn't that.
well, we don't all have wild shape.
Do you not want to be here, Chad? I mean,
I was just wondering what we're looking for. Like what, like so I can keep an eye out and be of some kind of use.
I think right now it's our first time here. It's kind of like just soaking it all in.
I was just
I
asking.
mean,
I was just asking a question. I didn't say, "Oh, we
No,
can't."
I
be here.
understand.
I
I'm
was
just saying,
wondering what we're doing.
Enzo specifically has never been in a place like this, so he's really enjoying it. He's enjoying being with Luna, and enjoying like seeing this and understanding what she was saying, how wealthy they are, because it looks like it's very. He doesn't have a lot of experience in other places like this around the world, but it's very over the top and opulent. It's more than he even imagined. So that's how he's feeling about it.
Means. Yeah,
So-
so anyways, Luna will lean over and say to Enzo, she'll say, that tiefling right there is Lucious Serpentina. He is one of the 8 noble houses, and he is in charge of overseeing the pleasure establishments. He would be a good friend to have if you need a friend.
I'll whisper that into Wink's ear.
Note taken. I'll start walking my way over there.
Guidance. You have 1 minute of guidance.
I guess I'll go ahead and take a seat next to him. Is there an available spot?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's they're actually standing and they're playing the one where they roll the D8 and then bet, and then what was that one called? I forgot already. Hand of Fate.
Oh, the high stakes.
Yep. So he's betting, and you see the chips he has, and like as you were doing the tour, like you noticed that each chip was like 500 gold pieces and 1,000 gold pieces. This guy has like 20 chips, and some of the other people have like way more chips than this guy. So these people are loaded.
What was his name again?
Lucious
Lucious.
Serpentina is their family name, the house name. House Serpentina.
And he's
He's a
you said
tiefling.
he's a tiefling? That's what I thought. Tiefling. Well, I don't want to be too bold, but I'll walk up next to him. This is a dice betting game, not a card game.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
And
they
is
have
there-
the same game in card version, but this one is particularly a dice game.
Okay. Remind me of the rules. I'm just
You roll a D8 and you cover, and it's covered, and then everyone bets, and then you roll a D6 and you bet, and then you roll a D4 and the D4 is open, and then everyone bets to see who has the highest. You can obviously fold to not keep playing, but
gotcha. Well, I have nothing interesting to say, so I'll just watch the game. I'll just observe and try to kind of get an idea for his mannerisms and how he treats other people at the table.
okay.
I'm
He
gonna
seems
I think and say, no, he has a nice butt.
Yeah.
he seems like he's just doing like playing for the pleasantry of playing. He doesn't seem like he super enjoys it. He doesn't seem like he's doing very well either. If you watch for like 5 minutes or so, he seems to have lost a couple rounds, so he doesn't seem like luck has not been on his side. But he seems like he wants to have a good time. He just maybe is not with the right crowd.
If we are there any tables next to him that aren't high stakes?
Not in this area, no, but like there's an aisle, and then on the other side of the aisle there's lesser, like just the normal general area.
I was just thinking if we all sat at a table and we're having a quote unquote good time, maybe we can lure him over to our table.
Yes. Okay.
Plan. Good plan.
Is that what you want to do?
Then we don't have to spend a frick ton of gold.
Yeah, just to get into this game.
Yeah.
How much is the buy-in again?
For the
500.
The chips start at 5 gold pieces, and they go up in like increments of 5.
For a hand of fate?
Hand of Fate is like 50 gold pieces,
Yeah.
the lowest, and then it
Yeah,
goes
yes.
500,000, very very high. So you guys wanted to try to lure him over?
What do you guys think? We can make friends of him at his table or get him away from his table to make friends with him.
I'll mention, hey, why don't Wink or we could hang out over here. You guys start making fun start having fun over there, we could play a couple hands, and then we could go, oh, we're gonna head over there. It looks like they're having fun, and maybe that'll pique his interest a little bit.
Yes, I think you should all set up a table. Yes, begin some lively conversation, and I'll go and try to draw his attention.
Sounds good.
See what kind of interest he might have in leaving the game.
Okay. Make a. I'll just do persuasion. Do with an advantage
For whom?
for you. Make a persuasion check.
Is this within 1 minute of my assistant?
He can have guidance. It's fine.
Yes.
And it's with advantage?
Yes.
Please roll something worthwhile. Yes, finally. 17 and the what
Plus
was
a
the
D4. D4.
D4 is it added? 17 plus roll, dang it. Forgot to roll these freaking D. There we go. Oh dang, that was amazing. That was a 4, so that's 21 total.
21 total. Okay, so what you do is you go stand next to him and like try to cheer him on. And even though like you're doing it like while not being like a fanboy, because he doesn't, you're trying to come off like you don't know who he is. So
Yes.
he seems to get fed up, and he asks if you have like any games that you play, because he's sick of this one and he's wanting to play something else that he might actually win at.
Of course, yes. Well, the games I play are not typically the kind you find in an establishment like this, but I do enjoy dabbling a bit in a game of 21.
Well, let's do that. I'm sick of this game. I'm gonna go
Of course.
bring down my chip count to play 21, because I'm not betting this much gold for that.
Yes. I typically come to these places for the enjoyment aspect, not to stuff my coffers more than they are, but really just to enjoy myself.
Right you are. It sounds like a perfect thing to do. So
I
he'll
feel
he'll follow you if you're leading the way.
all right, perfect. Let's go to a game of 21. Let's just throw some dice a little.
Are you trying to sit with the rest of your group?
Okay.
Is that what you're trying to do? Are you going with to the rest of the group?
Let's throw some 21 first. Let's do like a round of that.
Okay. Okay. What'd you roll?
My first roll is a 1.
That's great.
And then your second roll, because you rolled 2 of them. The first one is hidden.
That'll be an 8.
So you have 19 currently.
Okay.
You can roll again if you want. He rolls, you see a 6, but you don't see his other one. He doesn't seem very confident.
I am just gleaming in my corner. And this is just a set amount, right? We just are betting
Yeah, you bet
10 gold, was it?
you can bet as much as you want, and then if you win, it's a 3. Like you win a certain
Okay.
amount.
And the house roll was 10? Is that what
No,
it was?
the house, you see a 4 for the house, but you don't see the other one. And then you get to roll another one if you want, and the house will also roll another one. And then
Okay.
he'll show.
So I have 9 currently, right? 9 plus the 4 for the house.
1 also counts as an 11.
Oh, 1 counts for. Oh, I see. So I can have it 1 or 11.
Correct.
Dope. I missed that part. Okay, I will. Let's see. So the house roll, and I use the house's roll, correct?
No, you make your own roll. The house rolled separately. because you needed. They
Oh,
wanted
nice.
another card.
Perfect. All right, I'll roll again. And I get. Oh, whoa. I got a 10.
So that you can change your 11 to a 1, and then you'd have 19 still.
Well, yep. I'll stick with 19.
Okay. The house busts, so they don't win anything. He rolls one more. He rolled a 3, then he rolls a 5, and he also busts. So you win. So you'd win 15 gold pieces. Well, you're 5 plus another 10.
Oh, fabulous. Look at that. Getting the night started right. Would you care to go again? Are you comfortable where you are?
We can go again if you'd like, or we can. I'm just going to use the end of these chips until I seemingly lose them all, and then I'll be out of here. I'm required to come to this place once a week.
Oh, requirement. Now, who has the wherewithal to tell you what to do?
Oh well, it's part of the job. The city, I oversee this establishment, and along with all of the other ones, to make sure that they are being fair, as well as some of the protocols that I do on my weekly inspection.
Oh, I didn't realize I was playing with the master of the house.
Oh, I'm no master of the house. I'm more of a guest that makes sure the regulations are followed.
I see. Well, what a pleasure. So far, I have only experienced utmost forthrightness here in this establishment. Seems to be that everything is played well and over the table.
Yes, it's just hard to find passion, when I do it for so many times. The stakes are always like, oh, well, I lost 10,000 gold pieces, boo-hoo. Moving on.
Ah, yes.
Maybe we need to play with the lower end folks so we could really understand the wages being made, to feel the actual risk that comes with losing.
Yes. And I'll at that I'll lift my gold fox mask and say, couldn't agree with you more. The name is Wink, by the way.
Hello, Wink. I'm Lucius.
Lucius, I think we shall be fast friends. You see, I am a traveling agent for my own company, and I buy and sell wares from across the lands. And it is a real pleasure to come and spend time, as you say, with the people, getting to know the people in the city, understanding what brings them out to socialize. Take my companionship over here. I've recently come across a group of friends that I've gotten to know, and I think it would be nice for you to meet them. They all have very different opinions and very different social outlooks. Would you care to join them?
Well, diversity is exciting. Let's go over there then.
Perfect. Wonderful. And we'll go and join the group.
Awesome. He'll introduce himself. I am Lucius. Nice to meet you all.
Hello, Lucius. I'm Enzo. This is Luna.
What game are we playing here?
Have you ever heard of... Oh, crap, I forget what it's called. What was that game we played in our first episode?
The first episode?
Yeah,
You guys had
the trivia night. Have you ever heard of trivia?
do they have? I don't believe they have trivia here, though.
Oh, no. Well, you see, that's how we met. We all met at a trivia night. Isn't that so trivial?
Ha!
We happened to band together and won the night. But that's something that we still have in common. We enjoy learning about cities, about peoples and places. And I think there's much we could learn from you, good Sir Lucian.
Oh, really? And he'll indicate to someone that he wants drinks. He'll just order for the whole table.
Fabulous.
They'll bring you drinks, and they come in like a very skinny bottle. Glass, sorry.
Lucian, tell me, what is your definition of success?
That's a very interesting question you pose. Definitions of success, I believe, are outlined by the person who is determining what success is. I determine success by wealth, influence, secrets.
Yes. Wonderful. Yes, I agree. I believe success is a complete understanding of oneself and of accomplishing everything that one puts their mind to. And sometimes those accomplishments take many, many years, but all the more satisfactory are they. Tell me, what was it like? Did you grow up here in the city?
I did, yep. Born and raised in LaBelle. LaBelle blood through and through.
And did you create your own wealth, or was it a family business that you inherited?
A little of both, I would say. Came naturally to us to oversee the pleasure houses, the casinos, make sure they're playing fair but fun.
And I agree. I think they do. They do at that. You do a good job.
Tell me, as an outsider, what have your thoughts been on the chain?
Oh, well, they're a bit of a thorn, aren't they? Just right where you don't want them to be, and seemingly causing irritation when you're least expecting it.
Like an infestation. An
Indeed.
annoyance, a nuisance. I find them.
Yes,
I believe
indeed.
LaBelle should have their own gods. We don't need a private entity such as the chain.
Well,
We
and
do need
LaBelle
to
did so
check
well
on him.
before they took over, didn't they?
What?
LaBelle did so well before they took over.
They've been in LaBelle ever since I can remember, ever since I was a young lad. But
Oh, I see. I must have mixed my history.
they are very much more prominent now than they ever were.
Hmm.
Anyways,
Yes.
for example, the chain has their hands in a lot of things as he takes another drink. For example, that Oshi Dragonborn character. I sometimes see her in here, but she never participates in the fun. Never. She comes off as a very charming Dragonborn, but she works closely with that house cleverly. A ghastly house, if you ask me. Hunters of game. Disgusting. Despicable. But Oshi, why does she work with him? She's purchased a brothel in Strada Lusuri recently. Very spicy. Very peculiar. What are your thoughts?
Interesting. You know, I have heard of this Oshi, and she does seem a bit of a bore, doesn't she? I mean, she can play her hand at ownership of these brothels, but someone who doesn't find any enjoyment out of them, what kind of lifestyle is that?
I call it hideous. Both
It
the
is egregious.
of House Cleverly and their attitude, honestly.
I couldn't agree more. It does seem they have ulterior motives. That's what I think. When I consider somebody who engages in their kind of work, but does not enjoy it, it must be some sort of curtain. Some sort of curtain covering up what they're actually doing behind the scenes.
And while I was doing my tour, my inspection, I actually saw some guards here from House Cleverly. Wonder why they're
Really?
here.
Here in this establishment?
Yeah, you know the noble houses come in here from time to time. They're a lesser noble house, not even close to the ranks among the 8 of us. But yeah, I thought it was very peculiar that we're here. They were here. Wonder what they were doing.
Yes, very, very interesting. Huh. Something we may have to keep an eye out for. We'd hate for them to try and, well, what have you, infest a fine place such as this and get their hands on it, if that is what they're after.
Well, this night has been much less of a dullness because of you and you all. It's been very nice. He'll order another set of drinks. I think I'm going to take my leave, but you all have been wonderful. Let's meet up
You
again.
as well.
Maybe I'll see you another time, but I'm going to check in for the night.
Master Lucius, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hope to see you again shortly.
The pleasure is mine. Good night to all of you.
Is there a place I can call upon you?
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary. I'll see you around.
Very well. Take care.
He'll leave.
What a kind man. You see, a man like him understands what success is, and he indulges himself. You see, a man who has less cares for his troubles has less troubles to place upon others. I find them so much more agreeable, don't you?
I do. It seemed like he wasn't too happy with the chain either.
Indeed. A man,
Might be someone to
yes.
look into. And I'll look at
I
Luna.
agree.
Do you know anything about him? Is he trustworthy?
Lucius?
Yes.
He seemed drunk to me. I'm sure he probably wasn't supposed to say half those things. Seems like we caught him at the perfect time.
I agree. We got some good nuggets out of him. Anybody else here we should talk to?
Well, we should see if House Cleverly is still here. If you guys are wanting to, if you guys are
Yeah.
going to that party.
You guys gonna stay and gamble? Luna and I could go check it out if you guys want to keep playing.
Ah, yes, I do want to play a couple more games. I do seem to be having good luck tonight.
Anybody else want to go? All right. Looks like it's just me and you, Luna. Let's go for a walk.
Roll investigation check
Okay.
with advantage. You have Luna.
17.
17. You are able to find some guards hanging out. Some people with the crest of House Cleverly, which is a candle. Luna would have told you this. And she would point them out to you. A couple guards playing. It actually is in a kind of close to you guys. Just in the normal general area.
It's just the guards there, or do they seem to be like kind of
Just to
protecting
see.
somebody?
They don't even look like guards, honestly. They're not wearing like armor or anything. You see swords, like you're allowed to carry weapons in here, but it just look like they're actually both bugbears.
Hmm. Which game are they playing?
They're just playing Jip.
Jib.
Gyp, GYP.
That's the
You roll
21.
2 dice, and if you roll a 7 or a 12, you win.
So it's like random.
And it's low. Usually it's low betting. Like 5 gold pieces, 10 gold pieces, because the games are quick. It's like
Yeah.
craps, pretty much. You can bet on like different numbers to land, but the person who rolls the dice wins if they roll a 7 or 12.
Oh, and you could bet on other rolls or
You
whatever.
can bet on other rolls, yeah.
Well, Luna, do you wanna play?
Let's play.
All right. And we'll walk up and nod to the whoever's in charge of the game and say hello, gentlemen that are playing.
Luna's gonna go stand up like by the bugbears, like close to them. While you guys play.
All right. Who's rolling? One of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're joining, they'll ask if you want to roll because it like goes between different people.
Why don't you roll the first? You guys roll the first few rounds, and I'll step in after that.
Are you betting on anything?
So what is it? You roll 2d6s?
Yep. 7 or 12, everyone wins. You can bet on other numbers if that has a higher chance, like has a higher payout. And the minimum bid
I'll
is
put 5 on 7.
you got it.
Do you want me to roll, or are you gonna roll?
I roll an 8.
Oh, so
They get all
close.
upset. Luna seems like super animated. She's like, no, and she like leans on the bugbear, and is like, dang it, like super upset. She's really putting on the
Well,
charm.
we're so close. Let's try that again. You guys up for it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
A 9. Lost. No.
We're not
Luna's
doing
gonna-
so good right now.
Luna's gonna
Why don't
try.
I
As they're like doing that, Luna's gonna try and pickpocket one of them. And I roll an 18 for Luna, so I'm successful. And she pulls out like a little parchment that's like this long and like this skinny, rolled up from the pocket. She sticks it in her pocket. And
Yeah, I
then she
noticed
asks to roll. And she'll bet 10 gold pieces.
What is she putting her money on?
The 7 or just a 7 or 12.
Okay.
I roll another 9. Mother dang it.
Oh, it's just not. We're just not doing so good right now. You guys want to do one more?
One more, she'll say as well. Do you want to
Let's
roll?
go.
Cam?
Yep. 2 6s. All right, guys, here it is. And I'll roll it. And I roll a 7.
Oh, they all like, they're super loud and super pumped because everyone just won. So you win double what you bet. So if you bet 10, you win 20.
Okay.
So Luna bet 10, she wins 20. So she basically won her money back.
Yeah, me too. Broke
Awesome.
even.
And with that, she's like patting him on the shoulder and she's like, oh, that was so fun. And then she leaves.
Well,
And
I
she
appreciate it, guys. That was a blast. I'm going
signals
to end
to
it on a high note. Pleasure to meet you.
And she doesn't like make any notion like that she has the scroll, even though you saw her do it. And she whispers that she'll look at it after when you guys leave, just in case.
Yeah, just let me know what it says. Anyway, let's find something else. Is there anything else exciting here that we can do, or do you notice anybody else we could meet?
We can talk to some of the worker. I wanted to talk to some of the workers, but I can do that on my own. I just want to get some more information to see if I can learn like a little bit more about the structure of how this place works and like how long people have worked here. I'm starting to build a portfolio of everyone who works here. So, and that takes a long time because there's a lot of people that work here. But yeah, I don't have anything else. I don't think I'm gonna spend any more gold. Maybe some drinks or something like that, but yeah, I think I'm gonna split from you guys so I can work a little bit more discreetly. If that's okay.
Yes, of course. Whatever you'd like. Is there? How about tomorrow? Do you want to meet for lunch?
Sure, that works. And she'll give you the scroll and she'll say, "Let me know what this says when I meet you tomorrow."
Well, I appreciate that, and I'll send you a message in the morning.
Oh, before she leaves, she'll say, "Every time I have seen or heard about that Oshi, I have this drive to kill her. I have
Whoa.
never taken a life before, nor do I even have the desire to, but something deep inside me tells me that she must die.
Do
I
you
don't know
think?
why.
Do you think it's her
I
that's
wonder if it
guiding you?
is. It's just the weave power that I have is maybe just like tethered to that desire. I don't know why. If it's good or bad, I just know that I have that feeling. Let me know if you get any of those types of feelings when you see
Oh
her.
well. If I see her, maybe I'll go up and say hello.
Sounds good. Well, Enzo, have a great night. And she'll kiss you on the cheek and leave.
And I'll watch her go and take a deep breath, be like, and just think in my head, "Ah, I'm so glad that things were good tonight." And I'll have an extra pep in my step for the rest of the evening.
Cool beans. Remaining group, Waldo, Wink. Do you guys want to do anything else? Investigate any other things or people in Rana Rich uh, before you leave?
Is there a like
I
rock collection type thing here?
Rock collection? No.
Like a what do they call it? Geo something museum or something?
No, they don't have any type of museums. They mentioned that they have like auctions that come through here, but they don't have that. They don't have like museum pieces other than the paintings that you've seen. You've seen some of the books, like you've seen like the Dragon Bride one. You've seen some Ramses paintings and some Crazy Eight and Chicho paintings in here as well. So, anyways, Wink, you were saying something?
Yeah, I'd just like to shadow. She's not here, but some of the guards from that clan, yeah, are here. I would just like to shadow them long enough to where I can kind of get an accent and a description in case I want to try and mimic one of them.
Okay, easily doable. They're drunk as crap and they hang out for like another hour after Enzo's play before they leave. So you're able to hang out near a table and just drink. Because a lot of times what happens is people are betting, then they run out of chips and stuff, but they still have like food and drinks. So they just like hang around it. Becomes almost like a dining table. And then the person who's doing the bets will leave and like go to another table where people have coin. So that happens where the person leaves and the bugbears are just hanging out and you can go get some information on them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just shadow them, get a good idea for what they look like, and in case I want to try and mimic one. And yeah, that's about it. I'd like to probably play one or two other games while I'm there.
Sound good? Waldo and Olivax, anything you guys wanted to do? that was not done?
Would I know anything to be done that I could do?
Nope. It was just a question to see if you had any other ideas that
All right. No, I'm just
maybe where to find info.
kind of there.
Cool beans. All right, so we will end with you guys returning back to Devil's Taste. And as far as like what it says on that scroll. And so this
Yeah,
is
I was gonna let them know that
yep.
when we had time that Luna lifted this from one of the guards, so we should read it.
Cool. Yep. So you tell them how you got it, and the scroll says, crap. It has the date of the party, and it says, it basically looks like instructions on here, and it says, no guests are to go upstairs, as sacred information is locked in the study. Door is sealed. One guard is to be in the study, locked in, as to be the only person to, or sorry, and is to only open the door if the motto was said. And then it has like the motto, which says strength and unity, power in the chain. I'll send this in the Discord, by the way. It'll also say guards on roof, and most of the guards have the sea invisibility potions, fear scrolls, and charm Persian scrolls. And that's what the instructions will say that these guards had.
Dope. That's some critical information.
It is.
So that's what we'll end. You guys going back. And yeah, so that's what we'll end the session.
All right.